Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Former champion Ken, 50, took on sole hosting duties after co-host mayim bialik was let go in December. Initially, then executive producer Mike Richards was named the new Jeopardy host in 2021. He was forced to resign after a mere week when sexist comments he had previously made on a podcast resurfaced. Now, Ken has ambitions to replicate his hero, Alex Trebek, and his decades-long run on the beloved quiz show. It appears he has a supporter in his corner in The Price is Right presenter Drew, 66, which is crucial as Ken looks to do what Drew has done. Colleague of the big-hearted CBS star said, "Back when it was an open seat and an open job, Drew was fiercely in his friend Mike Richards' corner. He felt that Mike was the best prepared to replace Alex and keep the franchise going. But that's because Drew and Mike were friends. Now that mayim has bowed out, Drew has really come around to Ken, even though they are merely acquaintances and colleagues." Contestant Ken holds the record for the longest winning streak in Jeopardy history with 74 consecutive wins in 2004. Since becoming sole host, some fans have questioned his charisma, while others have called out instances where he can be too harsh in his rulings. Meanwhile, veteran entertainer Drew has been hosting The Price is Right since 2007 after taking over from the legendary Bob Barker. He's also worked with Jeopardy's parent company, Sony Pictures Television, presenting their game show Power of 10 between 2007 and 2008. That gig set him up for his now long-running role at The Price is Right, which he's held for nearly 2 decades. Ken wants longevity on Jeopardy, and it's why he wants Drew's approval. That, and Drew has sway at Sony. To Sony, Drew epitomizes a modern-day game show host who took over for an iconic previous host and has since won over audiences. The perception inside the Jeopardy bubble right now is that Ken needs all the help he can get. The U.S. Sun source said, "Drew does see Ken as a guy who fought for the job, proved his worthiness, and deserves a fair shot from audiences." What's important about Drew's approval is that it really does resonate with the executives at Sony. He is taken incredibly seriously at that place, and his takeover of The Price is Right is the model for a smooth game show host transition. Despite Drew's weight in the entertainment world, the insider believes Ken still has a battle on his hands, with or without his backing. The source said, "Is an endorsement from Drew enough to give Ken the kind of lifetime tenure that Alex enjoyed in the job?" Not quite, because Ken still has a balancing act to perform when it comes to keeping the ratings steady while dealing with the vocal army of Jeopardy-obsessed fans on the internet who pick over his every syllable looking for mistakes. Sony listens to Drew, but they're also monitoring the fan community incredibly closely. Ken has to keep the fans hooked without outraging them, and it's not easy. Jeopardy. Fans are vocally protective of the show's legacy, regularly calling out the smallest of mistakes online. But most feel it wasn't a mistake to hire Ken as host, and the consensus is that he's doing Alex and the trivia show proud. Ken's vision to capture Alex's longevity on Jeopardy comes after a scandalous transitional period to replace him. Alex hosted the show's modern iteration from 1984 until November 2020 after losing a battle with pancreatic cancer. After his death, things got a bit chaotic, as viewers know all too well. After a series of guest hosts, officials announced that producer Mike Richards and actress mayim would be taking over as co-hosts. However, in August 2021, Richards resigned over sexist resurfaced comments, and Ken stepped in to split hosting duties with mayim. In July 2022, it was announced that mayim and Ken would continue to host together for season 39 by switching off. However, after the show's summer 2023 hiatus, it was revealed that Jennings would take over as the permanent host for season 40. Mayim announced in a personal Instagram message in late December 2023 that she would no longer be hosting the show. As the holiday break begins in Hollywood, I have some Jeopardy news, she began her post.